Today we're going to be trying on all 6 shades of the new Armani liquid blushes. First we're going to try on the corals. So we have Vivid Coral. This one looks pretty bright. What I would like is for these blushes to be easier to use. Whoa, that is bright. To be easier to use than the Rare Beauty blushes, because those are so pigmented that you have to be incredibly careful and put them in the back of your hand first and kind of work them into the brush. I am hoping that you don't have to go through all that trouble with these blushes. Let's see, so a few dots, and you'll see me using different brushes because I want to see which one I like, which one I think works best. For this blush, I've had really good luck using this brush, F53 Air from Sigma, for cream and liquid blushes. It blends them out really just evenly and easily and fast. So this is the third time that I'm going in and adding a few dots of this Vivid Coral. I have the website pulled up here. Ooh, okay. Hold on. I think I want more. Also notice that where I'm placing the product, sometimes with other liquid blushes, they kind of stain your skin so you can see the area where you put the initial dot. But these are blending out. There's no traces of dots of where I first laid down the product. One thing I'm noticing is how lightweight they feel, which is one of the key claims, one of the key benefits that Armani talks about. Now I'm gonna go in with Rosy Peach, and again I'm gonna put it directly on my cheek. This is a different one. They look very bright when they first go on. At least these two do. Let's see what kind of look I have with this. Yeah, so the texture, it's like a gel texture. Let me see how they describe it. It's a watercolor transformative technology that combines intense color with lightweight blendability. Yeah, that's exactly it. It does have a lightweight feel to it, and it's super blendable. And I love that I don't have to be extremely cautious. I can kind of just swipe it on the cheek. Of course, if you want to first put it in the back of your hand and work the brush in it and then apply it onto the cheek, you can do that. But for me, I prefer to just put it on the cheek. I have foundation on. I have the ambient foundation underneath. It's not set with any powder. The only areas of my face that are set are the T-zone. I think I'm gonna build this a little bit more just so that we can see the difference between both of these colors. I'm gonna overdo it. And they do, no, I was gonna say they do dry down, but no, I still feel a little bit of tackiness on the Vivid Coral side. Another thing that I'm noticing is I'm just gonna add more of that orange over here to match the level of pigment of the other cheek. I wanna see what they say about the finish, because to me, well, it does say that they're buildable, which we're seeing. They're definitely buildable from a more natural to more intense flush. Ooh, they claim that they last 12 hours. So we have Vivid Coral and Rosy Peach. We can see that there is a difference. They're both grouped under the coral category in the Armani site. And look at that finish. This is such an interesting formula because it's lightweight and gel-like. I wouldn't think that it would give me this glowy finish unless it stays tacky. And it is minimally tacky. We'll see if it sets down. Well, let me wipe these off and we'll come back to try on the plum shades. Now let's move on to the plums. I have Intense Berry and Delicate Mauve, and I am going to apply them directly to the skin, just like I did the coral ones, because I want to keep making sure that these do work if you just pop them onto the cheeks directly from the applicator. And look how easily that blended out. That's crazy. Let me build it up so that you can see the color a little bit better. Delicate Mauve. I really like the packaging, but I did notice that the logo, if you close it the wrong way, the logo can end up on the back. So, I don't know. Okay, so here we go, Delicate Mauve. And I'm adding quite a bit. I am liking these more than the Rare Beauty blushes. I know that's a strong statement to make because I do like Rare Beauty blushes. I like that they are long wearing. I like the colors that they come in, but the fact that you have to be so careful about not to overdo the application, I'm liking them more than the ones from Rare Beauty. And again, the glow, you see the glow right there? There's such minimal tackiness. It's almost like they have dried, yeah. This one feels like it has dried down completely. This one feels dry to the touch. I do want to test the longevity claim. Supposedly these last 12 hours on the cheek. I need to do a full day wear test and really keep this blush on for at least 10 hours. Let's see. Maybe I should not have left those 3 dots on my cheek like this. Let's see if they're gonna stain or be difficult to blend out. Okay, so far, this is the darkest color. Look at how easily they blend it out. Super impressed, super impressed. Let's add a little bit more. So despite this one being the most intense, hence the perfect name, Intense Berry, I can still, you saw the multitude. You're seeing how many dots I'm putting on my cheek here. I love that it is buildable. Now, a huge benefit that it blends out so well is that if you're wearing foundation, bronzer, whatever else that you're wearing underneath, you don't want your blush to require a lot of force to blend it out. You don't want to be buffing that blush over all of those layers of product that you might have underneath. This is not the best brush for it. It's unnecessary. This type of dense bristled brush is just unnecessary because you don't need stiff bristles to give you that leverage to move the product around. An airier, soft, longer bristled brush where you just softly tap, that's all you need. I'm still gonna keep going with this brush because that's the one I'm using for this color. Wonderful. If you have a skin tone like mine, I am a light medium complexion. All of the colors have worked so far, and you've seen how easy they are to build up. This is a Refer 37. This one, even though I do not recommend this brush for this is an IT Cosmetics Blurring Foundation number 101. Now let's talk about these colors. Do they really look different? This looks like it has more pink in it. They're closer in overall color than these two were. I feel that the Vivid Coral here certainly looked more orange than the peachy pink one. Yeah, there was more difference between these two than I believe there is between these two. I'm gonna build them up a little bit more just to make sure. So 3 more dots there. Yeah, this one is more vibrant. Let's overdo it a bit. Definitely has a lot more pink than this one. So let's get the brush. I want more saturation so that you're able to tell the difference between these two colors. So this one is more purple and this one is leaning a bit more pink, just a touch more pink. Back with the Refer 37. Now I'm thinking about other cream blushes that I have, and I was thinking about this one from NARS. From what I remember, this one is a lot softer, but I think I'm gonna try it on so that we can compare. Because yeah, the main difference I think it's gonna be the intensity. I'm thinking about what other blushes do you think that this one is comparable to? I can't think of another one. Okay, so let's see. Now it's bothering me that the logo is on the bare side of the bottle. So we're just gonna leave it like that. I am reapplying my foundation, and next we're going to apply the remaining 2 shades. But before I do that, I need to go get a magnifying glass. I cannot read what the shelf life is. It is just too tiny. I don't think that anybody would be able to. I'm gonna go get some extra strength magnifying glass. I hope I have one. I'll be right back. I'm back with my magnifying glass. And I don't think I was previously recording. The first time reaction to seeing the fact that 6 months, that is ridiculous. I'm not a stickler with the expiration shelf life things. I keep using my makeup way past the expiration thing, but I want them to tell me that they're at least officially good for 24 months. I think 12 months is already a really short period of time, but 6 months, that's ridiculous. Wait, now I gotta double check. Let's look at the Rare Beauty. Okay, so this is the Rare Beauty blush, and I'm trying to figure out, it's telling me to open this sticker. Okay, they make it, okay. 12 months, still a very short period. How long would it take you to get through a full-size Rare Beauty blush? 5 years? Okay, just one more that I recently tried. Look at that. House Labs, the glassy blushes. They don't smell like anything. 18 months. I'm not centered at all. Very respectable. I have a full review of these, by the way. Was not a fan. That's the biggest drawback to these. 6 months. Shame, shame, shame. But we're still gonna, obviously, put them on the face. This is a cool pink. I am pretty sure this is gonna look not great on my skin tone. Let's blend this, shall we? Let's see, can I find another brush? Concealer blend Kabuki. Whoa, this is looking white. This is looking not very nice. Okay, hold on. Oh man, it is impressive how these blend out. Look at that. You saw how it started almost like a stark white, and then it just kind of, it blends so easily. Okay, now I have to, normally I would not add more, but I will add more this time just so that you can see it better. And they all look so bright when you first see them on the cheek. That is bright color. You wouldn't think that just this easily, just a few taps and wow, that's very, very impressive. Yep. As expected. I don't like the shade on my complexion, but if you like cool pinks, bubblegum pinks, it feels a bit tacky. Let's let it hang out and see if it dries down. I'm very curious. Let's see how the NARS blush compares in terms of pigment level and ease of just blendability. I'm back. I went on a search for a brush, and I'm just applying the NARS Org, just lip shine gloss, I guess. Let's see. Okay, this is blending out really easily as well. I'm seeing just like I remember it. It's a wash of color. Let's build it up like I would the Armani. This is in Dolce Vita. Love this color. It looks very natural. I would consider this. Hold on, I got it over the side here. Let me clean that up. And I really like the packaging. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of views out of that one. I don't think I've tried to build it up before, and I don't think it wants to, because as I am adding more layers, I can feel the finish getting wetter. It is not as lightweight as the Armani one. Like, I feel that things get stuck to it. Oh, and it's so much tackier than this one. Even though this one, the bubblegum pink, why isn't it drying down as nicely as the plums did? These dried down quickly. This one is still tacky, but doesn't feel wet. This one doesn't feel wet at all, but this one does feel wet. And look at that. You see how just when I touched it with my fingers, it removed, can you see right there? It removed the product. So, you see that? It took it off my skin. It's taking the product off my skin. Whereas, okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. Let me clean. Well, let's use these two fingers that I have not used yet. And I'm even going more, I'm doing it more times, and it's not lifting, yeah, it's not lifting any product. That is so interesting. So this formula is far superior to the NARS liquid blush when it comes to dry down, because this one stays wetter and it just doesn't, yeah, well, you saw. I removed it with just by tapping it with my finger. I'm gonna remove it now and can't wait to try this one on. I'm just reapplying my foundation, and now I am even more excited to pay attention to the longevity for these blushes, because if they do last 12 hours as they claim, this is gonna end up being an incredible formula. Let's see. Oh, and they gotta last without having to set them with powder. I'm saying just on their own. I don't have an oily skin type. It's more normal to dry. Longevity will vary depending on whether you're dry or oily. All right, let's see. Go for it. Does it have a scent? Nope, no scent. I have run out of clean brushes. Fingers it is? Whoa. Okay, let's see if this is gonna continue to blend out. I think I applied too much, but it is I mean, I'm not done blending it, but look at the area right here. I don't see any splotchiness, do I? Totally over applied. So at this point, if this happens to you and you overdo it, you over apply, and now you have way too much pigment on your cheeks, you have two options before I continue. You saw how I was tapping with my fingers and it did not lift the product up like this one did. So as I was saying, if you overdo it, take your foundation brush with a little bit of foundation and go over it. Go over the blush. You will tone it down. This is a way to fix it, but you're adding another layer of product. So it really depends. If you already have a lot of products stacked up, you don't want it to look cakey. But a lot of times if we're just wearing skin tints, let's say underneath this, it's okay to just do whatever you want, you know? And there we go. Maybe a teeny bit more here, because I brought it all the way into my inner cheek. So this is just to demonstrate how to fix things when you over apply accidentally. Now I'm gonna remove it fully and I'll come right back. All right, let's try again. Flaming red. How are we gonna do this? I did find another brush. So we have a brush to work with this one, but this one will have to go in the back of my hand, and then we'll work the brush in there. Yeah, I'm not going to try to grab all of it. And look on my hand. I just can't get over the blend, right? Just blends so beautifully. Okay, so let's do this way. Am I seeing something? Too light. Okay, let's just go and get all of it on the brush. Okay, now I'm seeing it. This is going to be totally wearable on me. Look at that. Look at that. Let's get more on there. I'm really liking these blushes. So these blushes came out a few weeks or a month before the new ones from Charlotte Tilbury did. I was more excited about the ones from Charlotte Tilbury, which I have not reviewed yet. That video is coming very soon. But man, how are they gonna be able to top this formula? And if you notice those little baby hairs, they're not really sticking to my cheek. My cheek is not wet like it was with the NARS one. I'm so impressed with these colors because even though they're vibrant, they all worked for me, for my light medium skin tone. And the fact that they're buildable, chances are that they're gonna work for any skin tone. I'm thinking of darker skin tones. It should work. You just have to apply even more. Wow, I'm really liking this red. I'm trying to think if I have another blush that is straight up red. I mean, look at this. Looks like the color, which one? It was this one, right? Yes. This one looks like the color as red as a red lipstick would be. And and it works. Ooh, I wonder how this would look with like the Mario bronzing serum on top to give you that the sunburnt effect. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it, but first, if we're gonna go for that effect, I am gonna get some more of this red, get it on the nose, and a little bit on the sides of the forehead, because that's where the sun would hit. So let's see if we can get that to happen. So some of the red, maybe pinch the brush, because it's a pretty ginormous brush, and I'm trying. Oh, I went overboard. Oh. Okay, I went overboard, but I think it might still work. Okay, so some red. I think this is gonna work. I can see it. Where else would we have? Okay, now I am going to pump it. Should I pump it on here? No, I think I'm gonna pump it on my other hand. I want a clean hand here. Shake it. I've only used the doe foot. Ooh, okay. I have to use my foundation brush. I already cleaned it. So you see how sheer the bronze is? I think we're gonna need some foundation as well, because this is it's so sheer, it's too sheer, isn't it? Yeah, I think we're gonna need some foundation. Okay, well, I never said that this would work. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold. It's coming together. Let me just take the sponge, tap it all over. I would say that it did work. Yay or nay? Let me know in the comments. I think that we have achieved a sunburnt effect. Back to the review. Super impressed so far. Super impressed. If these, and I'll say it again, if these last the 12 hours that they claim to last, this is gonna be an incredible product. Hey, I'm looking at the monitor. I say it's a yay. Very impressed with my skills today. Let's start the wear test. Moisturizer, SPF, Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint, Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint in Rosy Peach. Mascara, Pat McGrath Dark Star. Here we're looking at the 9-hour wear test check-ins I did that day. All of them side by side. And I am kicking myself right now because I use artificial light so that I'm able to control it and be able to have the exact same lighting throughout all the check-ins. But I must have messed with my light settings. Anyway, you can clearly see that my mascara transferred more and more throughout the day. The blush at the 9-hour mark, it looks a little bit more faded than it did initially, but now I don't know if it's because the lighting was turned up. But in conclusion, I am seeing that the blush is still on my cheeks. I'm seeing the color. It might have faded a little bit, but the color is still there. All right, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about these in the comments. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.